2 of the back-to-back. These can't be easy to play in.
Yeah, this is a test of will and really of conditioning as well. I expect there to be some big swings tonight. Should be a fun one.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. And it's DiVincenzo in at point guard. Randall against Melton. Pass to Podziemski. And there's the drive. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Here's Edwards. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player. Skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
In the corner, Moody with it. Pass to Santos. Melton against Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. High post try. A shot by Podziemski, no good.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves, there remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'll love to hear it. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report.
Well, it sure didn't take him much time to heat up. Aggressive start.
Here's Melton. Pass to Santos. Melton against Edwards. Green with a screen for Melton. And the Warriors miss again. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Julius Randle. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. To halt the run, Gobert with the block.
As intimidating a defensive presence as there is, Gobert could write a book on rim protection.
Edwards can't hit. Warriors trail by 8. Now, here's Moody. Last time, 14 points for him. Edwards inside. He's defended by Podziemski. And the basket by Edwards.
He is getting it done on the offensive end. 5 buckets through 7 shots.
Here's Podziemski, defended by DiVincenzo. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. We'll take a look at the Timberwolves. If the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that. And, of course, the Warriors, a few slots below them.
And, well, for the Warriors, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some holes. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to put him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Reed comes in for Julius Randle. And it's Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. And a brief look now at who's leading the league in the rebound department. 4th, Rudy Gobert.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
Now, here's Moody. McDaniel's defending. Moody the pass to Green. And rejection by McDaniel. Over in the corner, Edwards. From the arc, it falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Wow, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitant.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
And so it's Minnesota with it after the Warriors pick up 3. Conley gets the bucket.
And their offense already in a flow, some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Coach and I talked about the difficulties playing against Anthony Edwards. He said, quote, usually you worry about his offense, but he's shown the last few years that he's a lockdown defender when he wants to be. That's something that we'll need to factor into our game plan. Ant's defense is now a concern for coaches as well. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks.
The defense just too soft on that possession. You have to be closer and contest at the rim.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's ready to talk things through with them. Julius Randle's checked in for Minnesota. Edwards comes in for Michael Conley.
Substitution on the court.
56 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside Edwards. From outside the arc. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle. Randle's got his 3rd assist on the night. Williams against Highland. Here's Post. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
7-second difference, shot and game.
Well, that was unbelievable. Not many guys can do what Ant-Man just did.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Here's Spencer. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. 5 on the clock. Williams, a screen on it. Spencer, the pass to Williams. No good on his first attempt of the game. And so it's Minnesota holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Timberwolves team out there.
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Edwards, he's checked in for Minnesota. This one for 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle. Randle's got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given them another look offensively.
And for the Timberwolves, Randle and Reed holding down the post spots. Bones Highland is out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Pass to Post. Golden State moving it around to the middle. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, at 7-2, Porzingis has a great view of the floor. It allows him to spot open passes.
For 3, Edwards. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Randall against Porzingis. Over Randall, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
For 3, Edwards. Reed. Pass to Highland. Over in the corner, Edwards. Drains the three-pointer. Edwards got 38 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Richard, defended by Dosunmu. Here's Spencer, 6 on the shot clock. A 3-ball. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Edwards looking it over. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Edwards defending. 13 feet away. Highland with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gotten all but 1 of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh. And if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Timberwolves also changing it up. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Dosunmu. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Highland. Here's Santos. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
The Timberwolves have gotten nearly everything to fall for them here in the second quarter. They're a great 7 of 8 from the floor. Down low. Melton passes to Santos. Gobert with the block.
So good at finding these rejections. Gobert has all the physical tools and razor-sharp reflexes as a defender.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. But Jemski's shot is good.
And that kick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there. Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Driving the lane, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
First trip to the line for him here.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league, but if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
For 3, Edwards, and again for 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game,
Good, another from 3.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in. They kick it out to Green from downtown. Rebound, Minnesota. 1:02 left to play in the first half. For 3, Edwards, and again for 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
And he's tied Curry's mark from 2016, which was the top spot for threes in a game for a short while. It's been that kind of takeover display that we've seen here tonight. And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Here's Santos. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Santos has got 9. 26 seconds left in the second quarter. For 3, Edwards connects again from distance.
And of course it falls for him. That 3 pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget.
He passed Curry's high a little earlier.
And again for 3.
And that is a 3 that will put him in the record books.
A historic performance by a historically good shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had.
And Klay Thompson's mark of 14 is bested. What a shooting display.
And the Timberwolves call timing. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The Timberwolves on top, opening up a huge gap. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the... All right, Allie, thank you for that interview. And we'll be back with more basketball in just a moment.
Thanks for tuning in.
That rim is looking awfully big to them right now. I'm telling you, even though those shots are tough, they're going in.
Yeah, this lead. All right, guys, let's swing it over and see what. And that's all for us.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving...
Good, he hits again.
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time. Golden State's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Podziemski finds Melton. Here's Santos. Off target from three-point range.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Warriors at last season's trade deadline swinging the deal for Jimmy Butler. Stephen Curry said him signing an extension is big. He's committed for this run. It creates expectations, which I love. We all thrive off of that energy and that kind of environment. We are up for the challenge. Kevin, back to you.
They're clearly all in. Allie, we thank you very much.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Edwards' shot is good.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Greg Anthony.
Minnesota foul. Julius Randle. First personal. Foul. First team foul.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Here's Melton.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
No good there with the step-back J. Edwards drives in, and Moody pulls it down. Golden State's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. And the shot goes in. Podziemski's got 7 points.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Another one goes. Incredible.
And he's now tied for the 4th most points in an NBA game all time. He is knocking down everything.
It's truly one of the greatest games in league history. He cannot miss.
73. What a number, tying Wilt, Doncic, and David Thompson. Only Wilt and Kobe have more in a single game.
Pass to Green. Green with a screen on McDaniels. Back to Green. Here's Santos. Shot clock at 6. No good with the triple.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And yep, another basket.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history.
And honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. I mean, he's into the mid-70s scoring-wise.
Hits it again. Wow.
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now 3rd all-time for points in a game. 1 for the ages.
He surpassed Wilt Chamberlain's less famous scoring mark from 1960.
And another one falls.
And that score moves him up in the record books yet again.
He now stands, Greg, alone for 2nd place for points. What an unbelievable night.
To think that he has eclipsed Kobe's mark of 81 and now has his sights set on 100. This is a game you'll be talking about for decades.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spencer's checked in. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for Julius Randle. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for McDaniels. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Green slams it in.
And that IQ of Green, just sizing up defenses and making the right read in that pick and roll.
For 3, Edwards. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
The Warriors have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player, and the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance, but threes are still their best bet.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Pass to Moody. Here's Spencer. 5 points in the game. It's hauled in by Edwards. And they're pushing it up. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Freeman's checked in. Well, Coach, we know there's a lot of expectations tied to a #1 pick. Sometimes they fall flat, but that has not been the case so far with Anthony Edwards.
Oh, it sure as heck hasn't, Kevin. But I think it starts with Anthony Edwards welcomed the expectations. He wanted the expectations, and he has pushed himself to play to that level on a nightly basis, and he's done it.
Phillips, he's checked in for Minnesota. Bones Highland comes in for Edwards. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Back to Podziemski. Pass to Porzingis. And the shot is good. Porzingis has got 7.
Yeah, try as they might, the defense can't stop Porzingis inside. He's too tall and too committed.
And the Timberwolves call time. .11 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. And here's Edwards from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Here's Spencer. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He has never been better. This is Welcome back, everyone, as we continue on a record-setting night.
And a three-point barrage, the likes of which we've never seen. This man is etching his name in the history books.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Dosunmu Conley out there with Bones Hyland. Then there's Reed, and it's Freeman in at the 4 spot. And the Timberwolves call timeout. Instead, the head coach, Chris Finch, bringing a culture of accountability to this Timberwolves team.
Yeah, Chris Finch challenges every player, Kevin, top to bottom. No sugarcoating Coach Finch's message, but at the same time, getting that buy-in that a coach has to have.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Shannon's checked in, and Anthony Edwards up, and another one falls. Amazing.
And that score puts him even. A night I never thought we'd see.
He's now tied point for point with the record. One more score. He'll be all alone at the top of the record books. GA, a moment nobody thought they'd ever see.
And people have talked about records that could never be matched. Wilt's 100 was at the top of those lists. But the unbelievable has happened here tonight as he has tied that on.
Connects again.
I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. A new single-game scoring record.
Oh, history being made as we speak. Unbelievable.
And he's now passed Wilt Chamberlain's legendary mark of 100 points, one that stood since 1962.
And here's Edwards from the arc. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
And the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure was, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
For 3, Edwards. Good on the triple.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Here's Podziemski. On target from 13 feet.
You have to stay up on him in that mid-range area. He's deadly from there.
Three-pointer. And again, it's Anthony Edwards with the 3.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy, and every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
Here's Spencer, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
For Minnesota, they've gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6. Edwards' shot is good.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Pass to Spencer. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And that corner pocket triple, terrific shot by Edwards from deep.
Pass to post. Here's Spencer.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Pulls up on the wing, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter. And here's Edwards from the arc. Good, another from 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Here's Spencer. Edwards defending. And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion. As those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices, the pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Timberwolves.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Anthony Edwards.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
Spencer, the pass to Porzingis. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Back to Dosunmu. And here's Edwards from the arc. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
And even in hostile territory, the fans have to respect what he's done here tonight.
You know, Greg, he's filling it up and giving them their money's worth with his terrific performance.
Well, let's all appreciate what we're seeing here tonight. A player at the top of his game. He's finding ways to punch holes in this defense every way he can.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Warriors, Podziemski, 2 shots.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. And the Timberwolves call time. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And the game pretty much over. Curious timeout here.
Well, they could be trying to just make a change just so their subs can close this game out.
Well, we've got a moment here. Let's present our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And so it's the